Summertime is heating up, and one of the best ways to beat the heat is with a nice frozen treat. So today I'm taking a look at a popular Amazon shaved ice maker to see how it works. I unboxed it last night, and here's how that went. It's time to open up the shaved ice maker. Nice packaging. Card. Instructions, might need those. A couple of molds. This looks like the motor. And here's the base. Here are the 5 pieces. Now I've paid $50 for this. It's an Amazon's choice. It's got a solid 4.4 star rating among over 15,000 reviews. Supposedly just a 3-piece assembly here with a couple of molds. All you do is fill the molds, freeze, and you're ready to go. I also have a couple flavors here. Now these flavors I bought individually for $10 a piece. They have a multi-pack, but they didn't have the flavors I wanted, so I had to buy them one at a time. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean all this off. I'm going to read over these instructions, fill these molds, and then tomorrow we'll get started. Now there's a difference between shaved ice and a snow cone. Snow cones are crushed, a little more coarse. Shaved ice are thinner and fluffier, and supposedly that thinner ice absorbs the syrup better. Now you might see some people say shaved ice. In Hawaii, a lot of times they say shave ice. I kind of go back and forth between the two of them, so I'm not sure which one to use. Anyway, assembly was very easy with only 3 parts. It's time for the first test, and here's what happened. All right, read over the instructions last night. There really isn't a lot to it. There's 3 parts. The crusher cup goes on top here. After you add your ice, you put the motor on top. Now though the ice sat in the freezer overnight, they say to let it sit out for about 5 to 7 minutes, which it has. That's all we have to do really. So according to the instructions, the next thing you're supposed to do is take the ice out of the mold, which goes out nicely. They say if it's domed, put the dome side down. I guess that's more of the dome than this side. So we just place it in here. And that's pretty much it. Now they said you can use regular ice cubes out of the freezer, but they say they don't work as well, so we don't want to do that. All right, so we put the motor on there. Now we're going to hold the button down and press at the same time, and that's supposedly generate some nice shaved ice. Now I have a glass bowl here, which will allow you to see it a little better than a regular cup would be, but for demonstration purposes, this glass bowl might work well. Here we go, first test, and oh wow, oh the unit's moving. The unit is moving. Oh wow. That is loud. I did not expect the loudness, but that's nice looking. I got a little bit of spillage here, not a big deal. I'm gonna try, I put my syrups in these containers here and I labeled them with my dissolvable labels. So I've got my blue raspberry, my pineapple. All right, what do you guys think about that? Looks pretty good to me. Let's give it a taste. Oh, that is pretty good. Takes me back to many of my Hawaiian vacations. Looks pretty good. I'm spilling everywhere, but it's pretty good. All right, so I got a pretty good amount from that first batch there, but let's see how much ice is left. Is that just 1 serving or is it more? I would say that's a little bit more than half of the block has been used for that. Let's see how much more we have left in here. Do I have a second helping's worth? Let's see. That's a no. I did not get a second helping worth. See, that's not very much. So we really only get one big helping per block, so you might need to buy extras. There's a thin piece of ice left in the bottom. They say that's normal. They say just toss it. Now a lot of times when I go to Hawaii and have shave ice, I have ice cream at the bottom and some sweet condensed milk on the top. I wanted to try that out, and here's how that went. Let's try a second round now. Let's try one more like the ones I like to have in Hawaii, where they have a layer of ice cream at the bottom, sweet condensed milk on the top for a snow cap. Let's try it out. I got my second block here. It's been sitting out for about 7 minutes. It pop out pretty easily after they set for a minute. Put it in there. Put the motor on. Now let's put the bowl with some ice cream in the bottom first. Here we go. How is that loud? My ear is ringing from that. That's pretty loud. All right, so we got our ice cream in the bottom, our shaved ice on top. I'm gonna add both these syrups again. Some pineapple. And now for the snow cap, here we go. I know there's experts out there that probably do it better than this, but for a rookie, not too bad really. I've eaten a lot of shaved ice over the years, but I haven't really made it before, so I'm kind of happy that I can actually do this at home and feel like I'm back on vacation here out from Las Vegas. I know a lot of people think of Las Vegas as a vacation spot. For me, this is a place to get away from. But here we go, this looks delicious. Got the ice cream in the bottom. Let's give it a shot. Oh yeah. I mean, it's good with just the shaved ice and the syrup, but when you add the ice cream and the sweetened condensed milk, that's a whole other level of goodness. All right, so I guess as far as I'm concerned, this works. I used it 2 times, both times worked great, so I really have nothing else to try in there. I'm just curious what happens if I put some regular ice cubes in there. They say it's not going to turn out as well. Let's see. I've got some just regular ice cubes out of my fridge here. Let's see what happens. I guess I'll just use this container to collect and see what we get. I have no idea what it's going to look like. Let's see. How's that loud? That's the worst thing about this is how loud it is. It's pretty snowy to me, pretty fluffy. I mean, it really looks pretty good. Not good. That's more like a snow cone that has crushed ice. It's not as fluffy as when you use the ice block, so I get it. Ice block is better, but you can use ice cubes in a pinch. But as far as I'm concerned, this makes a pretty good version of a homemade shaved ice, so I think it works. As far as the pros and cons go, the pro is that it's very quick, very easy to assemble, and it turned out pretty much like I had hoped it would. The only real cons is it is kind of loud and you don't really get a lot per serving. But otherwise, I do think if you like shaved ice, this is a great option. If you've tried this or something like it, tell me what you think in the comments below. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time. You can't come to Hawaii without having a shaved ice. What I always wondered is why is sometimes it's shaved ice and sometimes it's shaved with no D ice. The place I bought it from seemed to have signs for both, but I asked them and they said the proper Hawaiian way is shave, no D, shave ice.